check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Gervonta Tank Davis picks Manny Pacquiao to beat and knock out Terence Crawford. And he also tells all on who he believes will win, Errol, Spence, or Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I'll link the interview under a source link in the description. That part of the interview started off about 27 minutes in with Sway Universe. I think it's like Sway in the Morning interview he do over there. You can check them out at Shade 45 on Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's one of the better investments that I've made. And shout out to Champside Boxing. I seen a little video on his channel, so shout out to him as well. But you talk about the Terence Crawford part. You know, he kind of admitted that him and Crawford don't get along and they bumped heads. And he also said in another interview with Fight Hype that Crawford might have some trouble with Amir Khan, just to give you some insight. But he kind of said Crawford keep his chin up too much, and that, you know, I'm gonna say that hasn't been an issue. It has been. Anybody that can back up their claims with just small technical breakdowns, I gotta respect it. You know, I don't think it was out of 100% malice and hate. He said he seen up close Manny Pacquiao, and Pacquiao really got a lot of power, and he really can thump. Okay, but you always gotta mix in there, and I'll get to the Errol Spence part. You know, where it said him and Crawford bump heads, and Crawford had problems with like overhand rights, and he got clipped a few times, especially by that overhand right. A ton of times. I think Lundy hit him with it. Felix Diaz hit him with it. You know, time and time again, he was getting clipped with that punch. But you know what? He really closed that deficiency. You know what I'm saying? And when his chin do come up, it's still tucked. You know, he come up a little high, but his chin is always down. But Gervonta is right. He can get clipped a little bit. And like I said before, when you could back it up with X's and O's breakdown, just minor like he did, you know, you gotta respect it. But then again, when he said we done bumped heads and you didn't say Amir Khan was gonna get him, but this notion that Crawford is a small welterweight, it's like that's a big false narrative. You know, the way he handled Jeff Horn, that's a guy that's at middleweight right now. I think he got to win over Anthony Mundy in that middleweight, but that's a middleweight. The way he handled the middleweight that Manny Pacquiao struggled with. Say it again. The way he handled a big physical welterweight in Jeff Horn and didn't have a problem with him. He didn't suffer one problem in the Jeff Horn fight. I thought he'd have a little bit of problem moving up in weight with Jeff Horn physicality, the way he bullied Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? But nobody talk about how he handled two bigger welterweights in Jose Benavidez and how he handled Jeff Horn. But the narrative is still they pushing he's a smaller welterweight. You know, but you know, Gervonta goes on to say that, you know, he asked who will win between Errol and Pacquiao. He said Errol, my boy, but it seemed like he really wanted to pick Pacquiao to beat Errol Spence too. You know what I'm saying? He kind of held his opinion there, and then he said, well, you know, Errol is a big welterweight, you know, and he could punch and like he wanted to pick Pacquiao. He picked Errol because the buddy system. You know what I'm saying? But he really wanted to pick Pacquiao, and he wouldn't end up saying that, you know what, if Errol could take what Pacquiao audition, then he could win. But he wanted to pick Pacquiao to beat Errol. Only reason he picked Errol because him and Errol cool. That's it. You know, he got infatuation. He was you know, I guess they was a little lit. I can't remember. Maybe been at the Danny Garcia, Sean Porter post-fight press conference. They was in the hallway. He kept saying, I want to spar you. He kept feeling on Errol and shit. That looked like some suspect activity. Okay, SA. It just looks suspect to me, you know. And maybe he really, you know, I want to spar you, and yeah, I want to, like, dude, like, get the fuck on, man. I want to feel how hard you hit. In my Cleveland voice, I mean, feel how hard you hit. You know, I pick up on stuff like that. That seemed like some suspect activity. He already was about to let AB lay a wet one on him, but he wanted to pick Manny Pacquiao to beat Errol Spence too. He got a lot of respect for Pacquiao. He said he never sparred Terence or Pacquiao, and I don't think he never got a chance to feel how hard Errol Spence hit. And I don't think he sparred Errol. But it seemed like he got a lot of respect for Pacquiao. He seen him fight up close a couple times. He said right before the fight, he made a $5,000 bet with a friend on Pacquiao before the Keith Thurman fight. You know, but, you know, what's sad is most of these PBC fighters, Premier Boxing Champion fighters, they hold like Canelo and Manny Pacquiao to a high regard. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta said on several instances that he loved Canelo. There's no way Crawford should be ranked above Canelo. And now he's speaking Manny Pacquiao praises. And all I'm going to say is, I feel like it's a lot of raccoonism at PBC. All that pro-black shit went out the window with Keith Thurman with me. Now, I exclude Errol Spence out of that. You know, Errol Spence seemed to be down for the culture, you know. So I exclude him. But it's a lot of bootlicking, buck dancing people that's kissing Manny Pacquiao ass. But just 10 years ago, when they was amateurs, they was riding with Floyd on Pacquiao, drinking his Super Capri Sun packet. You feel me? There's a lot of people over there that's kissing Pacquiao ass now. But then again, these were the same people when it came down to Floyd and Pacquiao that was saying he had that high octane in his system. And they know he back on that high octane. Okay? Everybody know it. But everybody want to turn a blind eye because Pacquiao is such a nice guy. It's the same thing with Leo Santa Cruz. Oh, he's such a nice guy that we get a pass for him for not fighting for not fighting the Gary Russell and Rigondeaux. See, you know, no matter how nice you is as a black man in the sport of boxing, or no matter how nasty, tenacious, or outspoken, how boastful, or just how mellow and humble you is. And Errol Spence has been very humble throughout his career as well. And there's been some other guys. Deontay been humble. They still gonna find a way to hate you. It don't matter. But when it comes to like Pacquiao Philippines and Hispanic fighters and the United Kingdom, British fighters, when it comes to all these other fighters that talk all this junk, from Japan, from China, Australia, they can talk all the shit they want to, and they can be beloved. Conor McGregor coming here talking all this racist shit to Floyd, all this racist shit to Khabib, and he loved, he beloved, and black people saying, oh, it's just to sell the fight, and black people feel they always got to cover for somebody other ethnic following. But like I said before, if Pacquiao was willing to fight Crawford, had they come up to 20 million at top rank, they couldn't come up with it. He got 20 to fight Broner. He got at least 20 to fight Keith Thurman. So at the end of the day, they say it's a bad style matchup for him, but it don't mean just because he was his team neglected or they failed to fight Terence Crawford, it don't mean that Pacquiao won't beat Terence Crawford. Just because the narrative say, oh, Errol Spence, Pacquiao don't want to fight Errol Spence because Errol Spence has smashed him, he a big welterweight. That don't mean Pacquiao is gonna go in there and lay down and not whoop Errol Spence's ass. Please don't believe that narrative. Okay? Pacquiao's still a fighter. He's still a man at the end of the day, and they still gonna let him do whatever he want to do to cut whatever corners. He a threat to everybody in the division, including Floyd Mayweather. He wants to sit on the outside. He a threat. He a threat because he not gonna come in there. It's not gonna be a fair fight. So I give him a chance after watching Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman showed a lot of fucking balls, a lot of grit. He seemed like to have the power that he did, but a lot of that got to do with Manny Pacquiao. A lot of that got to do with that Super Mario mushroom and just being a veteran and being awkward and being hard to hit. That's what that got to do. That's what a lot they got to do with it, But Gervonta just let you know that he think Pacquiao beat both of them. Gervonta just let you know he think Pacquiao beat Crawford because he don't like him. He don't like him. If he was on the same side of the street, he don't. But the same thing with Deontay. He talks shit about Deontay. But when they get in his presence, it's all love. Like, nigga, I don't care if the camera's shooting. If I don't like you, I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, he talked all that shit about Deontay. But when you get in Gervonta's presence, he fizzled. You know what I'm saying? He go back to the little midget fighter that he is mentally and physically. And Crawford just need to pull up on him like, what up, nigga? You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you he don't have that same energy. He that type of dude. Not saying that he a pussy and no hoe ass nigga, no shit. He from Baltimore, but he don't have that energy. Even with the Charlo twins, he don't have that energy. But in my opinion, it ain't out the realm of possibility that Pacquiao beat both of them. I'm going to just say that right now. So I understand what Gervonta is saying. You know, but he wanted to pick Pacquiao to knock out Errol. If you watch the interview, started with 27 minutes. But don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code GoodFella1Box. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. And don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you have a business question, inquiry, response, share a video request, continue to share the videos. Want to make a donation, share the video. Want to make a donation, that link in the description. Once